begin with breaking news. Coverage on two rather large fires this evening. I'm Jim Dunaway.
I'm Sherry Jackson. We have live team coverage from fires in Leeds and Gardendale. CBS 42 News reporter Lee Garner is in Leeds, where a fire swept through one of the buildings at the Oak Trail Apartments. And Lee, that fire has displaced some families.
That's right, Jim and Sherry. We've only been able to talk to residents at this point on this fire because when the fire gets to the point that it's looking like right now, when it gets to the point where it's starting to look as though it's under control, that's when fire officials have told us it has sprung back up. But from what residents have been able to tell us, they say the fire actually started on the top right-hand side of the building and then actually spread throughout the building to the point where you're seeing it right now. I want you guys to take a look at some of this video that we shot a little bit earlier, just so that you can see the magnitude of what these families have been dealing with out here. They tell me that they don't believe that anyone was injured in this fire, although there is the possibility that some pets were injured. Now, these families tell me that they actually heard a loud crash. They had been seeing lightning. It had been storming. We don't know the cause of the fire, but shortly after they heard one of those loud crashes, they say fire and first responders were busting inside their doors, telling them that they needed to evacuate right now. And we did speak to one of their residents and got their story.
Where we go from here? This is my second disaster. I lost my home in April in the tornado. Now this, so, lucky I got my life.
And some of those families have been gathering in a little community area at the apartment complex. They have been displaced from the apartment that you see behind me right now. Fire crews are still working to get the fire under control. We're hoping to be able to speak with the chief in a short amount of time so that we can continue to bring you information. And we will be back a little bit later on in the newscast with the latest. For now, we are live in Leeds. Lee Garner, CBS 42 News.
Thank you, Lee. And we know the Red Cross is headed there. Our team coverage continues in Gardendale, where another fire severely damaged a home.
CBS 42 News reporter Stefan Dingle has been there with us all night long, trying to figure out what caused the fire. Stefan?
Well, Jim, right now what I can tell you is that fire crews are wrapping up here on the scene. They're simply trying to make sure all hot spots are out. But according to neighbors we've spoke with, they say they believe lightning struck this home and started this fire. Now take a look at this footage we shot as we arrived to the scene. Some of those hot spots started to reignite flames, some of which you can see from the chimney and the roof. As crews continue to spray water from the inside of the home, water could be seen shooting through the air, so that gives you a good idea of the extent of the damage to this home here on Quail Ridge Drive. Now, what we do know is that the homeowner and the family are safe. We did speak with them. They did not want to go on camera with us, but they are okay. This kind of lets you know that, this has been a pretty messy Friday here in and around Birmingham. This house fire, the one in Leeds, just kind of a messy end to the week here. But as we learn new updates, we'll be sure to keep you up to date here on air and online at WIAT.com. For now, I'm live in Irondale tonight. Stefan Dingle, CBS 42 News.
Fun, that's not all. In Alabaster, fire crews worked to put out a house fire in the Lacey's Grove area. This happened around 7 tonight. Right now, there are no reports of any injuries. Fire crews are not sure what caused that fire.